In this video demonstration, I will show you how you could use the benefit of work estimator function on MyWelfare. You can see here that we are on MyWelfare's homepage, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm looking for the calculators and estimators chip. We can see here that this calculates how additional income may affect a payment or estimate potential redundancy payments. We can then see there are three different functions under calculators and estimators. We have the benefit of work estimator for job seekers and one parent family payments. We have a redundancy calculator. We also have a second benefit of work estimator, and this is for a disability or illness payments. So depending on which scheme you are currently on will depend on your selection here. For today's demonstration, I am going to use a job seeker's payment as an example. So I'm going to select on find out more here. Before you select on check now, we can see that you do not need a MyGovID account for this service. So this service is anonymous. We can also see information on what is the benefit of work estimator, who can use the estimator, and what information does it need. Once you have read this information and you are happy to continue, you can then select on check now. On the final page, we can see that the information says that the benefit of work estimator for job seeker and one parent family payments shows how starting work or increasing your hours could affect your potential income. The estimate will include income from your employment and any social welfare payments you may be still entitled to. The figures displayed are an estimate. Your actual payment may differ, so this depends on your personal circumstances. So please answer all questions. We can also see information telling us that this tool is anonymous and the information you provide cannot be used to identify you by the Department of Social Protection. The first question asks, what social welfare scheme are you claiming? So in this scenario, I am going to use a married couple and a family of four as an example. So I am claiming job seekers allowance for my wife and my two children. So I'm going to select job seekers allowance from the options available. You can see the follow-up question then, approximately how many months have you been claiming? So I am on job seekers allowance for 12 months. Do you have any dependent children? If yes, you can answer the follow-up questions. How many dependent children aged under 12 do you have? So for this scenario, I'm going to put down one child under the age of 12 and one child over the age of 12 in this family. Next question asks, do you have a full medical card? This is a yes or no answer. Next up, what is your relationship status? So I'm going to select married or civil partner. You can see a follow-up question then. Is your partner working in a paid job? If yes, you need to insert those details. If no, you can continue down the page. Is your partner receiving a social welfare payment? Again, if yes, answer the follow-up question. And if no, continue down the page. Are you working in a paid job? So this question is asking if I'm currently working in a paid job while I'm receiving job seekers allowance. If yes, you need to insert those details again. But in this scenario, I'm not currently working, but I have been offered work part time, 3 days a week. So the next question asks, how many days do you expect to work each week? So I'm going to insert 3 days a week. And how many hours do you expect to work each week? So the job offer is offering me 5 hours a day, 3 days per week. So in total, that's 15 hours work each week. The final question then asks, what is your expected hourly rate of pay? So this is before tax. So let's say I have been offered €18 per hour. Then I can select on estimate. I'm asked to verify some images here, and straight away we can see that the total amount that I could receive based on working 15 hours each week is €660. We can also see a chart here that shows both my current income and my expected income. So currently I am receiving a total of €518 on a job seekers allowance payment for myself, my wife and 2 children. That is in light blue. We can see on the right hand side then that the job seekers allowance payment will reduced to €392 based on a means assessment from my job earnings. And my job earnings will be €268. So that gives me a new expected income of €660. So in total, there will be an increase of €142 for this particular family. If we scroll down then, we can see more detailed information. There is also an option to print this page here for your own records. I hope you found the information on this video demonstration useful, and thank you.